Good afternoon, Tomono family. Today's video is going to be a trick with the nunchucks. Now, if you own a pair of nunchucks, excellent. If you don't, anything that is flexible and that bends in the middle can work like a pair of nunchucks. For example, you can use a belt, a piece of string, my personal favorite, 2 clean socks tied together, or anything else like that, okay? So, the move we're going to be practicing today is called a hand change, and it's actually fairly simple in terms of the movements, but it's going to take a lot of practice to get down. Now to start, I'm going to hold the nunchucks like this. If you look at the nunchucks, it looks like an upside down L. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a nice smooth swing and try and wrap the nunchuck across my knuckles. And if I do that properly, it should be behind the horizontal piece, and it almost looks like a capital T. That's the first move. The second move is actually just to let go. It should be wrapped across my knuckles right now. And then for 3, I'm going to turn my hand upside down, grab the other nunchuck end. Notice my thumb is pointing down at the floor. And then the last step is to swing it over the top. And now I've got the other end facing the other way, and my thumb is pointing up. Okay? So again, upside down L. Swing across your knuckles, let go, grab the other end, and flip. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the motion. Now when I speed that up, I'm not cutting any corners, I'm just making everything blend together. And that's what I end up with, okay? Just like that. Now this is probably going to take a couple of 100 repetitions before you start to feel comfortable with it, and maybe a couple of 100 or maybe even 1,000 more before you feel really confident, okay? So make it fast, do as many repetitions as you can, and each time, whether you do it properly or not, don't get frustrated, just do it again. Now, one more little trick that I find really helps is to get a little bit of momentum. So I swing the other way and then do the motion, and that helps a lot. Okay? Just like that. Set. Now that's actually only the first move we're going to practice today. The second move is the other way. So I'm going to start with my nunchuck this way. If you notice, this is the end of the last move. And I'm going to swing the other direction. Now this is the trickiest part right here. I'm going to swing that way, and my goal is to catch it on the knuckle of my thumb. I don't know if you guys can see that in the camera. It's on my thumb knuckle. And right now it looks like a capital L, the right side up this time. Step 2 is actually just going to be to wrap my thumb around the other end. And then step 3 is to let go with my other 4 fingers. Now I've just got it in this hand. And then the last step is to flip my hand over. Now if you notice, this is back where I started for the first move, okay? So, starting thumb pointing up. Try to catch it on your thumb knuckle. Wrap that thumb around. Let go with the other 4 fingers. And then flip. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, for this one, there is a corner you can cut. If when I swing, I stick my thumb out like this, so there's a pocket there, I can swing the nunchuck into that pocket and combine step 1 and step 2 together, and then 3, 4, and that becomes a little bit easier, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, it's going to take a lot of practice, a lot of repetitions to get that down and make it fast. But once you do, you end up with something like that. Nice and fast. And again, it's probably going to take hundreds or maybe even a couple thousand tries before you're going to get that to be nice and fast, nice and smooth, and consistent. Okay? Nunchucks are some of the most complicated weapons to train with. And so don't get frustrated if it doesn't work or if your brain can't figure out what your body's trying to do. Stick with it, and you'll have it eventually. Okay? Now, Once you've got that down, time to combine those motions together. Okay? We're going to spin one direction, do the first technique, spin the other direction, do the second technique, and we want to see if we can get that to be pretty consistent. Okay? So I'm going to start in my upside down L. This is the first move we practiced. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to swing the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back where we started, and let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you get that motion down, let's make it fast, okay? And once you get it, just practice going back, forth. It should flow pretty well, okay? Like I said, it's going to take a lot of repetitions. Now, the good thing about these techniques is each practice takes 1 second. So it only takes a few minutes to do a couple of hundred repetitions. And if you stick with it, you'll get it done in no time. Maybe a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks. Either way, the more you practice, the quicker it'll come. Now, we're going to try one more thing today, and that is we're going to try to combine that with a figure 8. Now, if you don't know what a figure 8 is, really simple. Just imagine the number 8 and turn it onto its side. And this part of my nunchuck is going to draw that figure 8 in the air. And the other end just swings back and forth. Okay? So, I'm going to try to do this in slow motion. I apologize because it's not going to look very good in slow motion. It needs the momentum and speed to work properly. When I get to each side of my figure 8, I'm going to do one of those hand changes. So when I get to this side of my body, notice the nunchuck is pointing away. It's pointing behind me. Now it's time to do the first technique. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the second side of the figure 8, when the nunchuck is pointing behind me, I'm going to do the other technique. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to bring it across. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now all I want to do is speed that up. Again, don't get frustrated. This is going to take a lot of practice. Your brain and your body will not cooperate at first. But with enough practice, you can start to get it consistently, and then make it smooth and fast. Okay? Remember, the key to anything is consistency. Practice a lot, and don't get frustrated when you make mistakes. And there you go. I hope you guys had fun with that, and I'll see you guys next time.